how to support children with ADHD and rejection sensitive dysphoria. Hey there, I'm Charlotte with Colorful Teaching for You. Thank you so much for joining me. So for rejection sensitive dysphoria, I'm going to be referring to it as RSD, just so I don't have to say the full term, but I want you to know what we're talking about. Generally, RSD is associated with children with ADHD. So not just children, but adults as well. But we're focusing today on children with ADHD and RSD. So what it means is, in layman's terms, is that when a child is faced with rejection, a lot of us don't enjoy rejection, obviously, but when a child is faced with this and they have ADHD, it can feel like intense emotional pain for them. Okay, so while most people don't like rejection, this, depending on the circumstance, these feelings can be overwhelming to a point where they might even be uncontrollable. Okay, so as a child gets older, their brain tends to learn how to manage and regulate emotions, but when you're dealing with RSD, there's a huge struggle with this. Many children tend to withdraw or feel anxious, and they may also have a hard time articulating their thoughts. They may not even know what triggered them. So this can be very, very difficult to manage in the moment. There are ways, though, that we can help our children navigate through RSD, and this article is going to outline it for you. I had to do a deep dive into it for my own purposes, my own students, and so I implemented these strategies. They work beautifully, and so I wanted to share this with you. Honestly, this term was new to me. I didn't even know about it until I was looking up why some of my students were reacting the way they were, and when I found out what it was and I implemented the strategies, it was like an eye-opener for me. So I hope that they help you as well. Please note, I'm a mom and a teacher. I'm not a medical professional, so I will not be talking about any form of medication in this article or in this video today. If your child needs that, please go get the support from your doctor. If your child needs therapy, please make sure you talk to their psychologist or psychiatrist as well. But this video is not about medical information at all. Okay? So this is these are strategies I've used in my classroom, and I hope they help you as well. So let's look at the 4 steps that I've worked on. The first one is to acknowledge it. So teach your children about how to acknowledge the big emotions that they're having. What is the feeling that they are going through? So we're going to talk more about how to do that in step number 2. But the reason we're looking at acknowledging those feelings is because, one, it helps a child calm down because they have to think about it first. It also allows them to know what they're feeling is valid, so that they don't feel like there's something wrong with them. A lot of the times when a child is going through RSD, their thoughts start to get to be so anxious, so emotional, that they start to believe that something is genuinely wrong with them, and there isn't. So we want them to be able to pause, know what they're feeling, what they're feeling is an actual feeling. It's not just, oh no, I'm all over the place. It's, I actually have a feeling and it's valid. So we're going to get them to pause and do that first. Okay, acknowledge it is step number 1. Number 2 is to create safety. So this is where we're going to be talking about emotions and how to teach them. So at first, I want you to create a space in either your home or your classroom where your child can feel safe to let out those big emotions, feel safe to explore and understand those big emotions. And then once you've created this space, I want you to teach them, while they are calm, not while they're going through those emotions, about how to understand those emotions, how to articulate those emotions, and also how to manage those big emotions. It allows them to calm down and navigate through what they're feeling. It allows you to track it. Okay, so you can see progress over time. Now, if you want to learn how to do all of this, I've created resources that's dependent on different children. Please check out the link in the description where it says full episode. Go to step number 2 where it says create safety, and I've outlined different resources for you to create. Now, if you want a step-by-step method about how to do that, go all the way down or scroll all the way down the page to the bottom where it and join our self-regulation course, because I will actually give you step-by-step methods about how to do that in a more hands-on way. Okay, so creating safety, and while you're creating safety, I want you to remember one thing. Make sure that you lay out some privacy stipulations so that your children actually feel safe enough to be there. Otherwise, it's, you know, if it's a free-for-all, then your children are not going to want to go there. Okay, so make sure you focus on privacy, and we talk more about that in the self-regulation course as well. All right, so let's move on to step number 3, which is model healthy communication. So once your child has had a chance to calm down, I want you to look at teaching them how to talk about their thoughts in a healthy way. Okay, so here, if perhaps there's a misunderstanding and they don't understand something, well, let's ask for help instead of screaming about it, for example. So here we're going to say, maybe they learn how to say, I didn't understand what you said. Can you please explain it to me in a different way? Okay? Or if you can teach them about I statements, so that if they don't know what's going on, or they are struggling with an emotion and they need help, then maybe they can say, once they've thought about their feeling, they can say, I feel sad. Can you please listen to me and give me some advice? Okay? They may not need advice. They may just say, I feel sad. Can you please listen to me? Or I feel whatever the emotion, I feel sad. Can I get some advice? Okay? So just teach them about different statements that they can use in a healthy way. These 2 statements, if you're looking for them, I've outlined them in the full episode, step number 3. Okay, where it says model healthy communication. Number 4 is validate and reframe. Okay, so here I want you to validate your child's emotions so that they know that they're not all over the place, that what they're feeling is okay, and that you understand them. So you might say something like, it sounds like you're really angry. I'm here for you. Okay? So you're looking at ways to let them know that you support them. Okay? Because if they feel like I've got all these big emotions and nobody gets me, I have no one in my corner, you're gonna have them, it's gonna escalate even more. So letting them know that you understand and that you're there makes a huge difference. The next step, though, is to help them reframe those negative thoughts into looking at perhaps a more positive outcome. So perhaps you could say, I love the way you work so hard on this project, and then ask them to show you evidence about what they've done correctly. You know, show them, if you're talking about a project, well, let's look at the evidence about how well you worked on this project, so that they know that they did a great job. And perhaps maybe they didn't understand this one segment, that's the only thing, but it's now blown out of proportion in a way. So let's look at all the things we did well, and then let's see if we can fix this maybe misunderstanding, or this issue that we're not getting. All right, so we've talked about we've looked at the importance of understanding and working with our children on with ADHD on rejection sensitive dysphoria, and we've looked at 4 different ways to do that. Number 1 is acknowledge it. Number 2 is to create safety. Number 3 is model healthy communication, and number 4 is validate and reframe. Now, all of these steps, they kind of flow, if you noticed. So you may want to go to the link where it says full episode and actually work through those steps, because there is a system to it. It's not just, I'm going to do one and that's it. You may start with one and then move on to the next step and the next step and the next step, so that you can see a difference. Okay? Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had a wonderful time. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me. In the meantime, remember to create, experience, and teach from the heart. Take care, my friends, and I'll see you again, same place, same time, next week.